Oh Lord, pull up in that '04, pedal to the metal, says she wanna hit the flow more.
Yeah, I know. The great Kyle Pitts made the Pro Bowl last week as a rookie tight end. And this past Sunday, his Atlanta Falcons, they played the pitiful Detroit Lions. But nevertheless, that was the third game in which Kyle Pitts caught enough passes for 100 yards or more. That's something. Now, here's the other thing, okay? He now has more receiving yards for a season for a tight end than anybody in Falcons history. He surpassed Tony Gonzalez, who's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And it gets even better for the great Kyle Pitts. You know, he's got more than 60 catches this year as a rookie tight end. He's got, 949 yards, or more than 900 yards receiving out there, too, and which means that he is now the only rookie in the history of the National Football League tight end to have those type of numbers when it comes to catches and receiving yards. And it gets even better. Yeah, I mean, he's only something like 130 yards or so receiving yards away from owning the NFL record in that regard for a rookie during a given season when it comes to receiving yards. The current record is held by Mike Ditka, who said it back when dinosaurs roamed the earth. But you know what? None of this obscures the fact that the Atlanta Falcons made one of the 2 or 3 most boneheaded moves in the history of the NFL draft this past spring when they went with the tight end over the franchise quarterback, Justin Fields. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But first of all, subscribe to Atlanta Sports Unlimited right here on this YouTube channel for the best coverage of Atlanta sports on the face of the earth. Oh, here's the other thing too. We're sponsored by Prize Picks. Don't want to miss out on this. This is a great fantasy game. Different sports. College football now. You got the NFL. You got the NBA. You got college basketball. You can pick up to 2 to 5 players. You know, over and under. And all you have to do is put in the promotion code of ASU as in Atlanta Sports Unlimited to win big time, potentially. Okay? But you got to play. Prize Picks. Do it. Anyway, did I say that the Falcons lost their minds back in the spring when they went with the... And I know what you're saying. Yes, I saw it on Sunday when Kyle Pitts, the great Kyle Pitts, once again made a circus catch, one-headed catch, 35 yards against the pitiful Detroit Lions. He pushed off, but I digress. But yeah, I saw that, okay? But here's the other thing. There have been 52 Super Bowls. Out of 52 Super Bowls, the quarterback, you know, like franchise quarterbacks, like the one that the Falcons, the quarterback has been the MVP of the Super Bowl 31 times. The tight end has been the MVP of the Super Bowl. Wait for it. 0 times. So, I mean, the Falcons have Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is a Pro Football Hall of Famer, okay? He took them to their last Super Bowl in 2017 and probably would have won the Super Bowl at the MVP back then, except for 28-3. You already know about that. But the point is, Matt Ryan right now is 36. He's been hit more than any quarterback in the National Football League the last 4 years, including more times than any quarterback this season. Okay? So it would have been so great for him to have a backup behind him because this is a rebuilding year for the Falcons. Regardless of what Arthur Smith said. Arthur Smith, first-year NFL head coach, when he was hired, made one of the biggest gaffes in the history of the NFL first-year head coach by saying that we're not in a rebuilding year. They're in a rebuilding year, and now he looks pretty silly because now the Falcons have the worst 7-8 record in the history of the National Football League. But I digress. We'll talk about that another time. So let's get back. So Matt Ryan, he needs a backup. Justin Fields, perfect. And I hear what you're saying. You're saying that, well, Justin Fields not having the best season right now with the Chicago Bears. But here's the thing. Chicago is where quarterbacks go to die. The last quarterback they had before Justin Fields was Jim McMahon. And that was back when he was doing the Super Bowl shuffle back in 1985. And come to think of it, even then, I mean, all he was doing was handing the ball off to Walter Payton. The last real quarterback the Bears had was Sid Luckman. That was 1940s. So you get the picture, okay? And the play calling for the Bears is even worse than the play calling for the Falcons, and that's saying an awful lot. For one, the Bears call a running play more times than any team in the National Football League on first down, which means that you're setting your quarterback up to fail, which is why Justin Fields has these broken ribs that he's still trying to mend. He's still out there playing anyway, for the most part. Anyway. So here's my point. The bottom line is that the great Cal Pitts can become greater than Kellen Winslow Jr. and Sr. combined. And that still would not excuse what happened in the 2021 NFL Draft, which was this.
This is my falsetto, wicked potion with the slow pour. This is my addiction, make me wanna go for more. Pale